Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt. We're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. So a couple things before we get started. First of all, happy Saturday, everyone. It's not going to be super hot today. It's going to be, I think, mid 90s, lower 90s, might be even not 60s, but in the 80s. It's going to be low 90s. So it's going to be a little bit more of a hotter day for me in the Pacific Northwest, but it's not going to be hot enough to stop me from recording. So this video will be up today, Saturday, and I should have a video up for tomorrow and the podcast as well. So I should have no worries completing those tasks. Kind of tired. It's Friday night, Saturday morning. It was really hot at work. Felt like my energy was drained a lot, even with caffeine. Just really tired. So we're only going to do 5 matches today, kind of what we did yesterday. And we'll do the best that we can through those matches. I'll try to commentate as much as I can as well. So yeah, second thing, or third, I guess, in the notes that I have, we didn't make any changes. Although we do have like rain or another weather setter, like either sun and or rain on the team would be great. Use protect more often. So we're going to try to do that in this particular video. I'm still trying to figure out what a good placement is for our team, but we realistically only have 3 days left. So we might stick with this team for just a little bit longer. And then we'll switch over to the Calyrex Shadow Rider on the 17th. Because we're going to stop recording this team on the 16th. So 16th will be the final day, and then 17th we start with the Team 2 to end for the rest of the month, because that should give us around the same time frame. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, cool thing is I'm going to try to get like a little intro scene together. I have, what, 16 seasons that I can look through for like some of the coolest fights or like intros or whatever that I can use for like footage. So I'll probably be taking the next couple of weeks to try to get that done. It's gonna come surely and slowly, but hopefully if we hit 500 subs, I'll have it done by then. That way I can kind of premiere it. But if I have it done before then, I'll premiere it then. But I figured that maybe an intro would be really cool, something a little bit more stylized, but I'm not sure. So we'll try it out. I'll put in the Discord if so that people can give me some feedback. And I also kind of want to do like the battles with my viewers and stuff like that, and I'm going to try to figure out a good time frame to do that, because I do want to battle you guys, and I know that there's quite a few people that do want to battle me, so I'm going to try to figure out a way to do that. So I'll keep you posted as soon as I get something nailed down. But for now, that's it. So please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things should have lit up on the screen. And let's get into our matches and see how well we do, shall we? Okay, so we've got Rillaboom, Latios, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Eternatus, okay, and Landorus I. So we do have a little bit to wonder about, but I think we'll be fine if we walk in with... Honestly, I think anyone would be like really good to, if you ask me. Tornadus would be great. Let's do Urshifu, Qianpao, and Zacian. I do not know what their Urshifu is going to be like. I think I have like a better chance of maybe KOing a lot of the Pokemon on that side of the field if I have ways to get around possible fake out usage. They only have Rillaboom to do that, but they do have Fluttermane, which is ideally the fastest Pokemon on that side of the field. Don't recall what Latios does. So it opens up with 2 dragons. That's not a bad combo since I walked in with no one that can deal with it. I'm going to exert pressure, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Tailwind. Can I do a save switch in? Yes, I can. U-turn, and let's go Latios. And we're going to switch into Zacian, because Zacian's part Berry, so the Dragon type moves isn't going to do anything to us. And plus we set up with Tailwind that lets us outspeed, so we don't have to worry about that. U-turn. Ooh, that almost one-shots the Latios. Come on back. Let's bring out Zacian, because now if they went into, you know, Urshifu, I'm going to negate this. So like Dynamax Cannon's not going to do anything. Okay, so +1 attack and defense. Oh, it's just defense? Okay. Simple Beam changes its ability to simple. What? Why would you use Simple Beam on that guy? That doesn't make any sense. Let's go ahead and use Taunt. No, let's go on Bleak Wind Storm. I think that's going to be the best course of action. Why would you use Simple? Like, it's good to use it on the other side of the field because then you get to turn off their abilities, which is great. But using it on your own Pokemon? That's a little weird. Play Rough. Not enough to get the KO, but I will take down Latios. Now... Eternatus uses Cosmic Power again, so now it has a +2. So it's defense and special defense. Wait, sharp. Oh, I get it. That's why. Okay. That makes sense. All right. When you use simple, you get double. Interesting. Okay. Here comes Landorus. Just go and turn that off. And I'm going to protect. I don't think Eternatus is a dark type. It might be. We're going to find out though. Protect, taunt hits. Okay. So that's a +3. Cannot recover. Earth Power is going to fail because it goes to protect. Okay. Do I have enough? What's Tailwind? Tailwind's got one more turn. I want to protect. I want to Terra. Behemoth Blade. Play Rough doesn't do... Interesting. What is that typing then? It's Poison Dragon. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's go to hit Eternatus. We're gonna Terra so that we don't get hit really, really hard with Earth Power. I do lose the negate for Dragon type moves though. But you can't do... Like, Eternatus can't really do a whole lot. Whoa, it's like it looked just like me for a minute. Okay. So, 2 poison types. So... Looking okay there. We're protecting so that we don't take some super damage. Behemoth Blade. Still a lot of damage. Sludge Bomb's gonna fail. Earth Power. Gets Zacian and he lives. Okay. Tailwind's now gone. I don't know who the last Pokemon is. So, let's go ahead and just do Tailwind. And I will Behemoth Blade. Eternatus, it's probably going to get swapped. It would make sense, but then why would you? I think letting it go down now is probably like the best thing that you can do. Because I'm willing to sacrifice my, my Zacian. So the trade-off would be mostly beneficial. Mostly beneficial. Tailwind, so no switches. We'll just go ahead and take down Eternatus. Probably just went ahead and said, you know what? Yeah, well, we can take it. I forgot that simple double stat gains. power into Zacian, gets the KO. Now, what KOs poison? Nothing I have, realistically. So we'll go ahead and swap in Urshifu, who is incredibly fast for its own good. And there's Fluttermane. Dope. So now we'll Bleak Wind Storm, and I will go ahead and Surging Strikes. We'll get rid of Landorus. Surging Strikes. Crit. 2, 3. It's not enough to get the KO, but it does do a good job for Bleak Wind Storm, which hits both, and it kind of saves us the game. So now their Terra is gone. They're down to 1 Pokemon, which honestly is probably worse out of the two, but I don't know if Fluttermane was sashed. Doesn't really matter against like Urshifu, but I don't really care. No effect on Urshifu, gets a speed drop, so that's unfortunate. But I can go like this and like that. Wind Storm knocks it down to very little. Jesus. Oh, Surging Strike. So Fluttermane was still slower than Urshifu. Oh, well. I want to say I won, but I could have just lost that, so we'll see what happens. I hope I win. It does disconnect quite a bit on the online ladder, so hopefully it wasn't me. Nope, we're good. I don't want to say rage quit because, you know, it does happen quite a bit, but I love to think that they did. I'd love to think that, but to each their own. Let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Okay, so we got Shadow Rider, Calyrex, Clefairy, Incineroar, Urshifu, Raging Bolt, and Rillaboom. So they most likely have their Fire, Water, Grass core, and then Clefairy, Raging Bolt, and Shadow Rider. How should I deal with this? I kind of want to bring in Frigoraph just because I could, but it's not going to be like the best option. Okay, never mind. That was an unintentional win. That was a DC, but I think 23, 21. I'm not sure. Oh boy, that's interesting. Okay, so we've got Cornerstone Ogerpon, Rillaboom, Terapagos, Incineroar, Moongus, and Fluttermane. Okay, so in this particular matchup, what are we going to be looking at? I think walking in with like, I mean, this would be like a good time to have Urshifu be like Terra Ghost. So then I don't have to worry about Fake Out. So I'm going to write that down. Ba-bum. Let's do Tornadus, Chi-Yu, Zacian. I'd like to do Urshifu. Urshifu would be great. Yes. Let's do Urshifu. I'm probably making the wrong lineup. I probably should maybe save Chi-Yu for later so I can take down Amoonguss as well as Rillaboom, but I'm afraid that Intimidate, so Incineroar is going to come out turn 1. It is a Terapagos like team, so they do have to take a couple of turns to kind of build up for that. But if I can just apply pressure immediately, it should be fine. And it looks like I was kind of right, so Incineroar and Ogerpon up front, with Tornadus and Chi-Yu in the opposite. So Intimidate goes off, which doesn't really matter, but I will have to worry about Fake Out, which I don't really care for because I can just do something else instead. So can't taunt Incineroar, but I can taunt Ogerpon. Is it going to be beneficial though? Probably not. Let's go ahead and just let's set up the Tailwind Terra so I don't get snubbed out. Fire. Fire's not bad. Dark. Oh, I just like do nothing to Incineroar. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Heat Wave and go for the best there. Swaps. Okay. So are you? Yep, Terapagos. Okay. That's a little early if you ask me. That's tremendously early because now if I locked into Snarl, that Terapagos is in trouble. Because I can literally Snarl it to like nothing. But now Terra Starstorm isn't gonna hurt Chi-Yu, so I'm gonna force their hand to Terra. And that Terra is gonna go to Terapagos so that Terra Starstorm hits. Activate Terra Shell, so now it's less effective, but I also hit Ogerpon. Oh, that's a lot of damage for Ogerpon. Ivy Cudgel's gonna go into Tornadus. Yep. That is an insta-KO. That's a one hit. I'm okay with. I'm absolutely okay with that. Because Tailwind's been activated, I can now bring in Urshifu and not really care. Now you could swap into Incineroar and get like a -1, but I don't really think it's gonna matter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Surging Strikes there. Should I do? No, let's do Terapagos and Heat Wave. Because Follow Me could come up, and if Follow Me comes up, it's totally fine. Here comes the Terra for Terapagos. It's gonna negate any type of weather or terrain, which is not critical for this section right now. There's the Follow Me. So Surging Strikes is going to go over to Ogerpon, which is totally fine. That's an insta crit. There comes Heat Wave, which is going to be single target. Hits. That's almost a KO. Oh, I also burned. Let's go. So now it's on a definite timer. Terra Starstorm's going to definitely knock down Chi-Yu. Is it going to knock down Urshifu? Probably not. It could. It didn't get any buffs. Nope, doesn't do either. Dope. Does not do either. So now I just take out the leftovers healing. Out comes Incineroar. Now Incineroar is definitely going to be packing like Fake Out or something, so I'm going to swap to Zacian, and I'm just going to go ahead and just continue with the Heat Wave because I outspeed, and Fake Out doesn't go to Chi-Yu. There's no reason for it to go to Chi-Yu, so the only hope here is that I miss Heat Wave. Fake Out, Zacian, we guess that, and it hits. Terapagos goes down. Oh, I do a lot of damage to Incineroar. Terapagos falls though. So we've nuked 2 Pokemon. 1, 2, yeah, Incineroar and then something else. Mungus. Okay. Let's go ahead and Sacred Sword and Heat Wave. Never mind, battle's canceled. Dope. I kind of like that. Like, I don't really like the DC, but the unfortunate thing is that I'm going to let this one pass and not record a 5th fight just because of the fact that I'm super tired. If I had more energy, I would totally be in for it, but you guys are going to get 4 real matches and a DC from somewhere. So I hope you guys don't mind. Usually I don't make stuff like happen this often, but like I said, I'm just exhausted today. You can probably already tell in my voice that I'm just so out of it. But we're making some good plays. I can't complain. So that's good. Yeah, we've got Whimsicott, Miraidon, Urshifu, Ogerpon Fire, Iron Hands, and Borigora. Interesting. So, pardon me. Let's bring in Tornadus, Chien-Pao, Chi-Yu, Zacian. I think that's going to be my combo. The reason why I'm bringing in Chi-Yu, because usually like Fluttermane's in that slot, which means I would put a lot of pressure into Miraidon. But Miraidon will automatically outspeed Chi-Yu without Tailwind. So I need to have a Pokemon up in front so I can protect maybe first turn so that I can possibly use something else in the future to be able to make some positive switches later on. So that's the thought. It may or may not work. I'm not sure. But Whimsicott and Miraidon versus Tornadus and Chien-Pao, this immediately puts him into a really rough spot. Immediately. So... Terra to Tailwind so that we don't get hit with that. And I'm gonna Ice Spinner into Miraidon to get rid of the Tetra Field, or the terrain. Tetra Field, really the same thing, right? Terra goes over to Miraidon, makes it Fairy. Not a bad negation. It's not going to be taking like a lot of damage. Well, it'll still take a lot of damage. Electric Fairy doesn't really matter. I'm not using, you know, I'm not using that one thing. You know, Sucker Punch. But yeah, I am going to Terra Tornadus so that I don't get hit with like Encore, Taunt, anything from little old Whimsicott there. Looks like I went first. They activated Tailwind themselves, which is totally fine. Now it's the 50-50 here. Ice Spinner goes first. Into Miraidon. It's about the damage calc that I'm used to seeing. And it gets rid of the field. So now, depending on their target, Dazzling Gleam. Oh! Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleams. Okay. This is going to definitely get a double. It's like, of course it would get a double. It's kind of hard not to. Now, I could have swapped and maybe brought out Zacian, but that's totally fine. Because, well, that's actually kind of bad, in my opinion. I do outspeed Miraidon, which is totally fine. My biggest concern is actually Whimsicott. Whimsicott outspeeds Chi-Yu. Now, if this was, you know, Urshifu, probably not be that big of a deal, but it's a little troublesome. It's a little troublesome. Okay, what else is on their team? All physical attackers except for Farigiraf. So I'm just gonna go for Heat Wave. And I'm going to Behemoth Blade Miraidon, which is probably going to protect here unless it's Scarfed. Not Scarf. I mean, it could be Scarf. Probably Spec, though. I will outspeed, so that's probably going to swap into something else. So there's the withdrawal. Here comes Iron Hands. Yep. There we go. Iron Hands comes out. Light Screen comes up. Behemoth Blade goes into Iron Hands. Not super effective. Heat Wave hits both. Brings Whimsicott. That's not a one hit. Bro, Chacho, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? We're gonna protect. We're going to protect because I know Fake Out's going to go into... I mean, it's probably going to go into Zacian. I mean, why would you not... It's like you put into Chi-Yu and then like, okay, your 2-attacker gets stunned for the turn, but you can do damage with it against Whimsicott. Like Whimsicott outspeeds it, so it's not like... Like you can probably go 2 into Chi-Yu and still get a KO, right? Not with Whimsicott, but... Okay. Uses Encore. Protected. So you flinch, cannot move. Oh, I gotta get Encored again. Yep. It's so now I can only do protect. Must do an encore. Zacian protects. That's okay, because here comes Heat Wave, which is going to do a ton of damage. Not to Whimsicott, apparently. This is a loss. That sucks. Tailwinds are now gone for both teams, but it doesn't matter because Whimsicott's going to get it. This is a sweep. I can't literally do anything to that side. I'm encored, and I'm going to get encored again before I can do anything else. So I might as well just go ahead and just leave. I get perpetually sent into a loop, and it's like, I understand it, but at the same time, I hate it. Like, I understand why encore like is a really good move from Whimsicott, and it sets you up for that, you know, 9+ turn like stasis to where you literally can't do anything because they have Prankster and they outspeed you, and there's no way that you can just stop it. I wish that it does have a more particular fail rate. So if like, okay, if you are encored, you have a 50% chance of it failing. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look that up real quick, because I think that would be a little bit more balanced, but I could be wrong. I might just be like a little salty just because of the fact that I would get stuck into a particular move for 3 turns. Okay, causes the target to use their last move for the next 3 turns. It will fail if the target's move failed, but it hasn't used a move since being sent out. Or the last move that you can use has 0 PP. Will also fail. The target will fail if the target use Encore, Mimic, Mirror Move, Sketch, Struggle, or Transform in the last turn. And my PC's lacking thanks to Cerebi, because you really need to stop clogging up my stuff. That would be great. Okay, so if I had to make any changes to the game specifically, I think if a Pokemon was encored, maybe lowering it down again, or the accuracy of it, just because the fact that being stuck in that loop kind of sucks. It's a good strat. I just don't want to get stuck into it for like 17 turns, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna sit there and literally get pounded to dirt because of the fact that I can't get out of it, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So that's all. Let's move on. Okay, so we have Miraidon, Ursaluna. This is the Hisuian form. Iron Hands, Chi-Yu, Farigiraf, and Iron Bundle. Okay, so we've got 2 Pokemon that's going to take care of or take advantage of Pork Drive. No one's going to be able to stop me specifically, but I will have to worry about Fake Out somewhere. So I think restarting this up with like Tornadus and Chien-Pao, but instead of coming in with Chi-Yu, I come in with Urshifu this time and Zacian. That way I don't have to really worry about not being outsped, because that was my biggest concern. And because I don't have Whimsicott, I don't have to worry about being locked into a particular move either, which will set me apart from my opponent. But I still have to worry about Iron Hands, because Iron Hands can one-shot Urshifu Rapid Strike with its move set, and because it's part thunder or like electric, water moves are weakened. I think they might not be. We're gonna try this on Cerebi again. Hopefully it doesn't clog my computer. I wish I was a code developer. I would immediately create something that's a little bit more easier. Nope, it's not resisted to water attacks. It's neutral. It's only resisted to electric types, bug types, rock types, dark types, and steel types. Interesting. But 2 times weak against Fairy. I should know that. I do use Iron Hands quite often. All right. Them lag spikes. Hopefully that doesn't show up in the recording there. All right, so we have Farigiraf and Miraidon versus Tornadus and Chien-Pao. Electric State's gonna pop on the Farigiraf. We're gonna lower the defenses of all the Pokemon. Gonna use Tailwind so that I outspeed. Yeah, Armatail's gonna stop it from being. You know what? Let's not. No, it wouldn't. It would not. Absolutely would not. Tailwind, and I'm going to Ice Spirit into Miraidon. Miraidon's probably going to Terra this turn, otherwise it's probably going to get one-shotted. The fear that I had is if Trick Room gets activated, but they wouldn't activate Trick Room. I mean, they could. It would benefit them right here, but no Terra. Ice Spinner goes into Miraidon. It's a one hit. So Terra would act like Trick Room would activate here, and it actually would be super beneficial to them, but they're not going to get a boost. But if they do Trick Room and then like bring in Iron Bundle, they're going to be at a huge... Oh, that's a huge disadvantage. Okay. You twisted the dimensions, but that doesn't really matter. It honestly doesn't. Like, yeah, you stop priorities with Brigarath, but that's not going to stop me from like punching you in the face. Protect, Terra, and I'm going to go ahead and Ice Spinner into Iron Hands. Like, nothing's going to stop me from being able to like pull this out. Like, yeah, Trick Room does suck against my team, and yeah, I'll be moving last almost the entire time, but I don't really have to worry about anything in particular. So I want to protect here. Thunder Punch is going to fail because it goes into the protect. Psychic gonna fail because it also went to the protect. Oh, they had to attack into Tornadus. Qian Pao is it was a dark type. Psychic would have failed. You know what, Tornadus? We'll just go ahead and let you take the beating here. I'm going to protect on Qian Pao. Kind of wear out the Trick Room turns. Thunder Punch on the Tornadus, knocks it out. Totally fine with that. Foul play. It's going to be super effective against Qian Pao now. Bring up Zacian, who doesn't really take a whole lot of damage now. Two more turns of Trick Room. I'm okay with that. Swap out to Urshifu so that we can kind of get another turn of Trick Room done. We also have Tailwind ending this turn too. So speeds are going to start coming back down to a little bit more favorable for me. Urshifu. Protect on the Zacian. Thunder Punch on the Urshifu. Oh, I survived. Let's go. Foul play. Also takes down the Urshifu. Totally fine with that. I mean, I have to be. I can't just, like, say no. That one's now gone. Play rough. And protect. So yeah, it sucks to sacrifice Tornadus and Urshifu, but I figured that these would be like the ones that I would want to use. Helmet Hand goes over to the Iron Hands. Protect on the Qian Pao. It's probably going to go straight for Zacian though. Drain Punch. Not enough to get the KO, but that's a lot of HP back. Maybe. Play rough on the +1. It goes down. Mentioned now return to normal. Is this Iron Bundle? It's not. It's Ursa Luna. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and Behemoth Blade that slot. I'm also... You know what? I'm just gonna go straight for Farigiraf. They're probably thinking that, honestly. But it would be the best for them to just go ahead and stop Ursaluna being knocked out right now. Because if I knock out Ursaluna, what is he gonna do? Right? Like, Farigiraf can use Foul Play, can also use Psychic. See, there, that's, yep. Like, we want to go into Farigiraf. Stop it from using Trick Room. Isn't enough, though. Is the duel into this enough? It is not. Oh, Foul Play instead? Okay. Interesting. There's the Guts. Ability being activated from the burn. Sacred Sword. I can go for the double, but I'm probably going to knock it out because I am +1. You might go Terra and make it Ghost, in which then you called it. I don't think it really matters. I have to knock down Ursaluna this turn, because otherwise if I don't, it's like Dunzo. Here comes Terra. It's going to go to the Ursaluna. And it's Ghost. Normal. Okay. Foul Play is going to take me down, though. So this is a loss, but we brought it back. Sacred Sword. I didn't get the KO. Even with a +1? How interesting. I actually want to see that. That's really, really interesting. All right. Dope. Well, we'll be right back with that. I'm really, really curious. All right. So we did the calcs, and I found out that if you go off of, you know, your favorite damage calculator, the minimum amount of damage you'll be doing is 69%, and the highest amount, depending on how it's built, is about 94%. So where I actually ended was in the range of in the middle. From what I've gathered, it looks like, depending on the build, right? At Terra Normal, Sacred Sword with the +1 from Zacian, Crown form, by the way, into that slot guarantees a 2-hit KO, even if you have like nothing selected. It seems like the damage that Zacian can do only goes from 164 to 194. So even if you just bring in Hisuian Ursaluna with the Guts ability, with the Flame Orb and stuff like that, you automatically live one attack, regardless of what stats you put into it. So that's pretty neat, actually. I never thought that they would automatically live at least one. Like, I can't even put Adamant on this and get a different result. It's still a 25% chance to OHKO, but it's like 180 to 214. So if Ursaluna wanted to survive Sacred Sword, all they have to do is put 76 points into HP, make it 215, and it's an automatic guaranteed. It's just automatic guaranteed, even from adamant-natured Bastion with the attack stat at 222 +1 because of Interpret Sword. It's so dumb. But we do have other notes as well. As you can see on the screen, we're at 6,911 with 47 battles total, 24 wins and 23 losses. Some of the notes is that we got a DC on the second match because we didn't really see what they were trying to do. Kind of changing Urshifu's Terra to Ghost, that way we didn't have to worry about fake out from a lot of people, and especially from like Incineroar. I can kind of deal with not having Terra Water, especially if our Urshifu is set to Adamant, is doing a little bit more damage, but I'll calc that and see what possibly we could do to maybe change that, because as much as I like having damage like overtures on my Pokemon, having someone that can negate fake out is pretty good, especially in the earlier stages of the match. So say that we opened up with like Tornadus and Urshifu, I can actually Terra Ghost Urshifu, which then can go into attacking Pokemon like Incineroar, can attack into Pokemon like Rillaboom. I just don't have to worry about fake out like ever, which would be perfect for me. And then in match 4, we were actually passed the top 5K, which is great because I love hitting that number. Unfortunately, we lost that, so we're at 6,911, but we were in the top 5K. When we come back for Sunday, I think we can try to aim for the top 5. Like, we're still well within our margins of like coming up with something really, really like cool. So I'm hoping like in the next, I don't know, 2.5 weeks, we can probably aim for maybe top 1,000 or maybe even number 1. That'd be dope. Not gonna jinx it, you know, knock on wood. We're gonna do our best to climb up the ladder and see how far we can get this season, because it would be fun. Absolutely be fun. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, Pokefans alike, that is going to be the end of today's video. Like I said earlier, we're at 6,911, 47 battles, 24 wins, 23 losses. I hope that you've enjoyed the show and the video thus far, and if you made it this far, thank you very much, and please show your appreciation by leaving a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below, as I do reply to any and all comments left behind. You guys can follow me anywhere else that's going to be listed in the description. If you're a brand new viewer, welcome to my channel. This is what I do. I create VGC content for people like me that are trying to learn, be a little bit more competitively viable in Pokemon VGC, and I plan on competing quite a bit in 2025. The hope is to get to Pokemon Worlds, but since they recently made changes to how you qualify for Worlds, it may be out of reach, but we're going to do our best anyway. So let's hope for that, right? And I'll go over it if you guys don't know what I'm talking about in a later video. If you're a returning viewer though, why not hit the subscribe button? It does help out the channel quite a bit, and it also helps the videos perform much better. You can also click on the notification bell over on the right and select it to all to be notified when I upload next. Now, I do plan on uploading for the rest of July. The only exception is that we have triple digits where I cannot record in my room. I have to wake up early for an appointment or business call of the like, or if I have to do overtime for my full-time job, as well as go for meetings for my full-time job. In the event that I do, I will let you guys know on the community tab here on YouTube. That way you get notified when I upload not an episode for the day, and you guys will be told the reasons why. If you guys want to follow me anywhere else, like I said before, I do have Twitter you guys can go down to, and I also have Discord that you can join in for free to come in and chat with me whenever you'd like. For now, that's going to be the end of today's video. Again, happy Saturday. I'm going to go to bed, so when you guys see this, I'm already going to be asleep. I forgot to mention I am a swing shift worker, so I do stay up for most of the night to record these, and by the time you guys see it, it's yeah, I'm asleep. So I do feel incredibly tired today, so we're gonna head off here. Again, happy Saturday. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, take care, and I'll see you then. Peace.